everyone. Today we will be solving the problem Utopian tree, and this is a difficulty level easy problem. Let us have a look at the problem statement. The Utopian tree goes through 2 cycles of growth every year. Each spring it doubles in height, and each summer its height increases by 1 meter. Okay, when it's spring season it doubles its height, and in the summer season its height increases by 1 meter. A tree sapling with a height of 1 meter is planted at the onset of spring. How tall will the tree be after n growth cycles? Okay, initial height of the tree will be 1 meter. For example, if the number of growth cycles n is equals to 5, the calculations are as follows. When it's 0, the height is 1. When its growth cycle is 1, the height is doubled and became 2. When the growth cycle is second growth cycle, the height is increased by 1, which means it's the summer. And in the third growth cycle, the height has been doubled. Let us think it's the spring. And in the fourth growth cycle, the height has been increased by 1. And finally, in the fifth growth cycle, the height has been doubled. Okay, let us have a look at the function description. Complete the Utopian tree function in the editor below. It has the following parameters: int n, which is the number of growth cycles starting from 0 to n. Okay, as we have seen the example problem, now we got an idea how the problem works. We'll just try to catch the logic here, and when we have a look at the logic, when the period is an even number, the height is being increased by 1, and when the period is an odd number, we are doubling the height. Okay, it's as simple. Let me come again. When the period or the time cycle is odd number, we are doubling the height, and when the time cycle is an even number, we are increasing the height by 1, or just simply we are incrementing the height. Okay, let's have a look at the constraints. The first line contains an integer t, which is the number of test cases, and t subsequent lines each containing an integer n, the number of cycles for that case. Okay, this will be taken care by the HackerRank problem. We just have to complete the function, and let's have a look at another sample input. Here we have 3 test cases, and for first test case the input is 0, hence we give 1. It's the initial height of the tree. Okay, and in the second test case the input is 1, so here we print the height of the tree at the end of the first cycle. Okay, and at the third test case the input is 4, that is the number of time period is 4, and here the result will be 7, as you can see in the explanation. Without wasting any time, we'll get into the code, and here I'll be using Java, and this is the Utopian tree function, and integer n value is being passed to the function. Here, complete the Utopian tree function below. This function is expected to return an integer, hence we have to return an integer, which will be the result. The function accepts an integer n as the parameter. Here we can see it. Okay, let's consider the height. It will be an integer. Height is equals to 0, starting from 0. Let us take a for loop to sum up the even number values, and for multiplying into 2 for the odd values we will be using a for loop, because we have to go through each and every step. For let the integer be I from 0, as we have to start from the 0th cycle, till n. I is less than or equal to n, and it should not go beyond n. We will increment the I value by 1. Here now we have to apply the logic. Okay, if I percentile 2, which is the remainder when it's divided by 2, is equals to 0. Here it is an odd even number, hence height is equals to height plus, when we have a look here, we are incrementing it by 1. Okay, height is equals to height plus 1. And when it's odd, hence height is equals to height into 2. And next we will be returning a integer value which will be the height of the tree at the end of the nth cycle. Okay, for nth cycle we are getting the height value here or here, but in the for loop the height value will be finalized and we have to return the height. Let's run the code. Sorry. This will give you the output